everybody, Jeff here, Aromatics, along with Christina, Hello Kitty Piper. So yes, we just did a video not too long ago doing a review on what we're smoking, and that is Bananas and Cream by Sutliff for me.
And Sutliff Black Cordial.
Yes, so look out for that video coming soon, or it might have even been before this video, so I don't know when I'm going to post them, but if you're interested, check that out. But today, I thought I would do something a little bit different, again, than the usual pipe tobacco reviews or cigar reviews. During this downtime, I have decided to work on a few pipes. So I bought a few kits at Vermont Freehand that were pre-drilled, as well as I also started for the first time drilling my own block, and it turned out pretty good. So I just thought I would share some of these pipes with you guys. Now, I'm not a professional, this is just kind of a fun little hobby. I know nothing about woodworking at all, even though my dad was really good at it. But yeah, I have made a pipe or two in the past, and what made me want to do it again is not just the downtime, but I have a new neighbor, and he has a bunch of tools, and he came over.
And a little wood shop?
Yeah, a little wood shop. And he came over the other day, and he just said, "Hey, I heard you make pipes. My brother-in-law would like you to make him one. He collects stuff." Now I'm thinking, I don't think he's ever seen any of my pipes, so we'll see. I'll make a couple, and if he wants one, then that's fine. But I just used the most basic tools. Pretty much everything I've made so far is just with a Dremel. And if you don't know what a Dremel is, I'll show you one here. Real simple tool you can get anywhere. And sandpaper and a few files. And if you can get a hold of it, what really makes it easy to cut the block, you don't need one, but a bandsaw or even a scroll saw. I do have a little scroll saw, but it's pretty hard to work with cutting through briar. But I usually just find someone with a bandsaw, and I would just cut the big chunks out that I needed, and then the rest I would just sand. Anyway, let's just show you what I got here. I forgot to bring out the very first pipe that I did. Maybe I'll show you a picture of it right here. And this was just a freehand. The very first pipe I ever wanted was like a freehand with a plateau top. I think a lot of people that, when they first start making pipes, kind of go that route. And at first it looked okay, and then I just kept chipping down, and wasn't much left of it. So it was okay. I learned a lot on that one, and it smokes good, so that was good. So I made a couple other pipes, and then I ended up just either destroying them or whatever. But the last one I made was probably last year. You guys have probably seen me smoking it. Get up a little closer here, and let's see. So it is. I wanted to try my hand at making an author. So, and this was actually made out of a reject block. There was a little bit of a sand pit kind of hole right there. So I just filled that in, and these pipes, I'm not quite done yet. This one I'm done. I just have to actually maybe, where the stem is, just clean it up a little bit. It doesn't line up perfectly. That's one of the hardest things. Doing a pipe is just the basic shape I find pretty easy. It's just making everything fit perfect and making, a lot of times when you can tell a beginner pipe maker or someone that started is a lot of the spots around the shank and some of the curves, they just look off. They don't look perfect. So that was that one. And then one of the more recent ones I've shown on Instagram is my little Squat Tomato. So this one I was a lot happier with. And I'm not done. These ones are kind of, what I do is I make a bunch of them, and then I just slowly chip away and look at them and decide what I want to do. This one I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking of maybe putting a little knuckle of bamboo in here, and then putting the stem in the bamboo, just to give it a little bit more flavor. But that is my Squat Tomato. Smokes pretty good. I'm waiting for a bunch of supplies from Vermont Freehand so I can finish some of these pipes. I ordered some bamboo, some stems, some paint, some dye, and a few other things.
That's what you call it. You don't call it paint. You call it dye.
Yeah, dye. That's right. Stain. That's right. So yeah. Now this actually, right here, this volcano that I made was actually from a top of a pipe that I had to cut off, and I didn't want to waste it. So what I did was, I know there's a plug there, and that's something I have to kind of shape a little better and then blend in, but I'm pretty sure I can blend it in so you'll barely be able to tell. But I mean, it's a wasted block anyway, so why not do something with it? But I thought that turned out okay. And this one too as well, I'm thinking of maybe putting a little piece of bamboo here, or maybe even a piece of ivory or something, and then putting a shorter stem out. So that's kind of what I'm planning on doing with the volcano. All right, and then the last but not least that I have with me is right here. This is what I wanted to do, was make a more traditional type of pipe. And this was going to be, I was thinking what would be a good pipe to try to make, and I thought, how about make a Matches 860 Savinelli, Friday Savinelli. But this is the very first one that he had, not the one that most of you guys are used to seeing. If you look, he had one before that he lost, and this is basically, I'll show you a picture of it right here, and let's see if it how close I am to getting there. So I just need some more. The edges sharpened a little bit. Of course, again, the stem needs to be lined up better and to be waxed, and I've nicked that. That frustrates me, so I'm gonna have to somehow cover that up, or just put a new stem in there. No problems. So yeah, that is my take on the Friday Savinelli. One more pipe that I have that's not with me is I would like to make one, just a type of Canadian style pipe with bamboo. I'll show you a picture of what I'm kind of going for here. And just as I was starting to make one, I noticed that Ben, Old Soul Piper, Unicorn Piper, he just got one, a rusticated pipe that's very similar to what I want to make, and it looks really nice. So,
And also, you're going to make me a pipe.
oh yes,
I've always wanted a church warden, so he's going to attempt to make me a church warden. He got a pink stain for me. And also, I've seen this online. It's like little spikes that you would put like on a bracelet, but it's on like the bowl of the pipe. So I'm going to order some spikes from eBay and see if he can glue them onto my pipe. And he makes me it.
Yeah, so that's my next things I want to do is to try a poker. So I'm just trying all the different shapes, and then eventually I'll really try to buckle down and just really, because all these ones, they're kind of, I'm pretty happy with them, but a lot of them are made out of seconds, so yeah. So these are my practice pipes as I learn. So also check out Simon London Calling. He makes really nice pipes just from his home. And who else?
Andrew Sergliano.
Andrew Sergliano
has been making some pretty nice ones too.
Yeah, I've really seen some improvement throughout his. That first pipe you make is always a rough one. You learn a lot on the first, and then as you get through, you find some new tools or easier ways to do things. But it's a fun journey. There's tons of other guys too, like the Bayou Guru, Jay Mouton, and Seaside Pipes. A lot of people actually, most of the pipe smokers on the YTPC make or have made their own pipes. It's almost like a rite of passage that I think every pipe smoker should at least try once to make their own pipe, just to see what it's about, just to see what goes into making a pipe. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, I might make another video later just on what it's like to make a pipe, all the things that you think about, and it's pretty interesting. You'll be sitting there, waking up in the morning, and you're still thinking, like, looking at a pipe, just staring at it, going, what do I want to do?
He's been like obsessing over them lately.
I know, it's ridiculous. So I'm taking a break. I'm going to take a week or so off and just take a break, and then come back and work on them once I get my package in from Vermont Freehand. So I'm sure once I get that package, which is supposed to come in next week, I'll be all fired up again, ready to get hacking away. So, okay, I think that's all we have to say today on this video. Hope you guys have a good one, and if you have any comments, don't forget to leave them in the bottom. I'd love to hear from you, and we'll see you on the next video. Until then, take care. Aromatics and Hello Kitty Piper, signing out.